Hey everybody, my name is Madeline and I am the TA for class this semester. I'm putting together these videos for you because unfortunately I have a scheduling conflict, so I can't be here with you in class on Wednesdays. So I'm going to put together these videos once a week and they are going to go over the material in your ServeSafe textbook. And this should help you guys prepare for your final exam coming up at the end of the semester. So then along with these videos, you'll also have an activity to do once a week. And so that should help reinforce again that information that we want you guys to know so that you can do well on your final exam. So just a little bit about me. I'm a graduate student here in the Health and Human Development Department, and I am in the Sustainable Food Systems program. And I am working on a project which is a campaign to reduce food waste, and I am focusing on consumers, so mainly parents, but then also trying to reach kids too. And so I'm putting together a children's book and then also a musical album to go along with the book that teaches kids and parents about the negative effects of food waste, why they should care, and then also how they can take action to reduce food waste at home. So then I guess another important item is that I do have an office and I'm waiting to get the key so that if you do have any questions or concerns and you want to meet in person, we can do that, and we can meet in my office and set up appointments as needed. So now we're going to go over just a few important dates from for the upcoming semester. So we're going to have 4 different reviews, and it is important that you guys show up for those and be present because, again, we really do want you guys to be able to pass your ServeSafe exam, which is on December 7th. And you do have to receive a 75% or better to pass. So just take note of these dates, and then again, as we go through the semester, if you do have any questions or concerns, we can meet individually to go over that. So yeah, take note of the dates and then also the chapters that we're going to go over for those different reviews. And then we can get started talking about chapter 1, which was what you guys read for this week. So it is basically an introduction to food safety and foodborne illness. An outbreak occurs when 2 or more people have the same symptoms after eating the same food. So they talk about the importance of food safety, and then I think the way that they best describe that is on page 1.3, where they talk about the cost of foodborne illness to food service operations. And so they talk about things like loss of reputation and negative media exposure and loss of sales. And so from the food service operation perspective, it is really important to prevent foodborne illnesses from occurring. They talk about how food becomes unsafe, and they describe the 3 main contaminants, which are biological contaminants, chemical contaminants, and then physical contaminants. And biological contaminants are the main source of foodborne illness in the food service industry. And then they also want you to be able to identify TCS food, and that is food that's most likely to become unsafe, so it needs time and temperature control. And they list off different types of TCS food on page 1.6. So that's items like dairy products, meat and poultry and fish, baked potatoes and rice, sprouts and sprout seeds, and etc. And again, that is all listed on page 1.6 of your textbook. And then they also want you to recognize risk factors for foodborne illness and then be able to prevent that. So recognize risks like temperature or food being out for too long and prevent that from happening. Prevent cross-contamination, so use different cutting boards when you're preparing raw meat or poultry or then fresh vegetables. Practice personal hygiene. I think we all know how important it is to do that in a restaurant industry. And then also purchase from approved and reputable suppliers, and clean and sanitize your workstation. So that's just a basic overview of chapter one. It was pretty simple, I think. And then your activity should also, again, reinforce that information that you need to know for your ServeSafe final exam. Um, and one thing that I didn't have listed here that at the very end of the chapter they do talk about is the government agencies responsible for the prevention of foodborne illness. And you will have something about that in your activity that's going to come up here in just a minute. So, anyway, that is chapter one. And then I just want to finish off the presentation with an example. I'm going to try and incorporate real world examples for you guys as much as I can. So the example that I want to share this time is about a popular food chain, one that everybody in class has probably heard of, and that is Chipotle. So they're a popular burrito chain. And about a year ago, they experienced an E. coli outbreak, and it took place across multiple states in the country. And it received a lot of negative media attention. So they put about 55 people in the hospital, and they had to shut down many locations while they figured out the cause of the outbreak. And I just found an article from August 19th, so just a few weeks ago, saying that even after a year, they're still struggling to bounce back from the negative exposure that they received from that outbreak. So this is just an example showing you guys that foodborne illnesses occur in the real world, and they do have real negative effects on businesses, as well as the people who trust those businesses and go in there to get a meal and then wind up in the hospital. That's a negative experience for both the business and the business customers. So, yeah, that's going to be it for this week. Please let me know what you think of these videos. I'm always working to improve teaching techniques. So let me know what you like, what you don't like. And then again, if you guys have any questions, just shoot me an email. So now you guys are going to do the activity, and have a great week. Thanks.